AFTV, time to get into the player ratings. It's Bodø Glimt 0, Arsenal 1. Listen, we've got the job done away from home over there in Norway. The guys have been over there. Make sure you check out the videos from them in Norway. But it's been pouring with rain over there. It's been cold. It's an artificial pitch. Now, I'm not losing these things as excuses, but you could see that it wasn't the same type of Arsenal that what you saw against Liverpool or against Tottenham. The intensity wasn't there, but despite what I thought was a poor performance by Arsenal, you know, Bodø Glimt, especially in the second half, dominated the game and were very unlucky not to get at least a draw out of it. I mean, a draw, I think, would have been a fair result, but we got all 3 points. And listen, that's what we came to do, and we got the job done. And it's a massive 3 points in the context of the Europa League because it keeps us at the top of the group, gives us daylight between us and PSV. And now I think if we beat PSV in our next game at home and win at least one of them last two after that against one of those is Zurich at home, we should top the group. So a very significant win for Mikel Arteta. And he took the game seriously. When I looked at the lineup at the start of the game, I was like, that's a strong lineup. It's stronger than I expected. But we were a bit flat in the game. So let me run through the player ratings. I'm going to start off with the goalkeeper, Matt Turner, and straight away tell you that for me, he was my man of the match. He was superb in the game. Really, really good performance by him. I think a bit of a turning point performance for him as regards the fans. Because there's been a lot of fans that have been like, I don't know, Robbie, man, this guy looks a little shaky. I don't know, what if Ramsdale's out? What's going to happen? I think he proved a lot of the doubters wrong today. And listen, some people have been passing judgment on him way too early. He's had a couple of performances where he looked nervous. And why wouldn't he be? He's had a massive move from America, the MLS, to come to play for the team he supported as a kid, Arsenal. This is huge for him. He's bound to be nervous in some of those games. But today, I thought he was commanding in the box. He got off his line brilliantly on many occasions, was that sweeper keeper. His distribution was superb, and he pulled off a couple of really good saves. And I think, for me, man of the match, even right at the end of the game, he made a great save from a wicked corner whipped in, which, their goalkeeper was up, won a foul, and that killed the game. Really good performance. I'm going to give Matt Turner a 9 out of 10. My man of the match today. Moving now to right back, Ben White started the game. Wasn't the usual flowing Ben White performances. Many a time still, he did try and create overlaps and that with Saka. But a quietish game for him by his very high standards. A little bit sloppy on the ball on a few occasions as well. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. William Saliba as well. Listen, I think he was fairly solid within the game. Yeah, can't really point at any errors. Again, he was William Saliba, wasn't he? So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. It was another decent performance by him. Rob Holding next to him. There was one occasion when he missed a header and they could have got in. We were a bit fortunate that their striker Pellegrino missed a chance. But overall, remember, these guys are not playing week in, week out. When you come in, it's not easy. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 to Rob Holding. And on the left-hand side, Keiran Tierney, a little bit quiet, didn't really get forward much, a little bit sloppy sometimes in his tackles, a couple of times caught out of position, didn't really have that intensity. Keiran Tierney, I think he might have been looking at it and thinking, artificial pitch, I just want to stay fit, and why wouldn't he? I'll give him a 6 out of 10 as well. Sambi Lokonga, I thought, had a decent game, didn't really play no sort of splitting passes or anything, but he did everything neat and tidy, looked after the ball pretty well. Lots of times are very comfortable on the turn. Yeah, decent game for Sambi Lokonga. I think I'll give Lokonga an 8, I think he was one of the better midfield players. Martin Odegaard, a little bit sloppy at times. Again, when these guys set such high standards, it does stand out when they make a few errors in their game. He had a really bad foul on him as well in the game. But a homecoming for him in Norway. Of course, he's the Norwegian captain. I'll give him... I think it's going to be a 6. 6 for me for him. Fábio Vieira, quiet game for Fábio Vieira, especially he's one of the stars of the performances at the Emirates. This game, quiet, didn't really get into the game at all. Little bit sloppy as well. A 6, I think, for Fábio Vieira. Wasn't his greatest performance, I felt. Reiss Nelson over on that left-hand side. You could see the effort was there. He was trying. But they doubled him up. He didn't really get any joy at all. So a quietish game for him. I'm going to give him 6 out of 10. Eddie Nketiah down the middle, same thing. A very, very quiet game for him. Didn't really have any chances at all. I was thinking that he was going to get a lot of service in this game with Fábio Vieira and Odegaard there in the midfield, but he didn't. He hardly got any service. And when he did, he just didn't look his usual sharp self. A quiet game for him. I'm going to give him a 6 as well. Over on the other side, though, Bukayo Saka, I think, listen, he got the goal. Even though it was a little bit of a deflection, it was his bit of movement and trickery that made the goal. And for that, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. But even him, it wasn't his greatest performance, but the threat was always down his side. It was always down Saka's side. So actually, you know what? Let me upgrade. I think I'll give that. I got to give him an 8 because that's the winning goal. So 8 out of 10 for Bukayo Saka. Moving into some of the subs that came on. Tomiyasu didn't really have a lot of time to do anything, but it helped to shore things up. Going to give him a 7. Martinelli was very sloppy when he came on. Just listen, he had I'm not even going to, I can't mark this guy down too hard, right? Because look what he did at the weekend. He must, be trying to preserve himself a bit for the weekend as well. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Thomas Partey came on, helped to shore things up. 6 out of 10. Who else? Xhaka. Actually, when Xhaka came on, he helped to solidify things. He really did. We were under the cosh a bit before he came on. I'm going to give him actually a little bit more, 7. And Marquinhos came on, again, didn't get a lot of joy. I mean, they played well, Bodø. Got to hand it out to them. They played well. 6 out of 10 for Marquinhos. Mikel Arteta today, I'm going to give him an 8. Listen, we've gone away from home. We haven't performed well, but we've got the job done. Nobody, as far as I know, is injured. It was a hard game to negotiate. You know what I mean? That's why he went with the strongest team. He obviously knew that it was going to be hard. Artificial pitch. Bodø Glimt haven't lost at home in Europe for 14 games. Beat Roma there, beat Celtic there. He judged it right. Got the team selection right by going strong. And I think, he got his reward by us winning 1-0. So 8 for Mikel Arteta. Referee today, I thought the referee was okay. Let the game flow. He was consistent, so 7 out of 10 for the referee. So overall, listen, we got the job done. It was not a good performance. It wasn't a great game. But listen, not every game this season is going to be a Liverpool performance or a Tottenham performance or a Brentford away performance. Not every performance is going to be like that. But the most important thing sometimes, especially in European football games away from home, is the 3 points, and we got that. So well done to the team, and we move on to the next one. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.